What's up, guys? Today we are doing the monthly income report. Every single month I tell you exactly how much money I'm making. I show you my QuickBooks. I show you exactly how I'm making money from real estate, where it's coming from, what my passive income is, how I'm making money from my simple programmer business and from this business, Bulldog Mindset. And we talk about how you can do the same thing. So I want to be as transparent as possible. So there's nothing that I'm hiding from you guys. You can see exactly what it is, where I make the money, which properties are making me money, what businesses, what things I'm doing in the business that makes money. So you could do the same thing. Really, realistically, there's no reason why you couldn't do the exact same thing. So when I talk about building passive income, when I talk about becoming financially free, I'm talking about it from personal experience, showing you exactly what I'm doing and showing you exactly how you could do it. There's no magic here. So this income report is from last month, which will be May of 2022. Pretty good month, made some pretty big numbers here. We're just going to jump right into this and we're going to start with the real estate here. So I'm going to try to go through this kind of quickly because a lot of you guys watch these videos every single month, but you can see here that I have this main company, Whisper Snail, and it holds all these other LLCs. We're not going to go into details of why I do that. If you want to know more about that, book a call below. And in my Well That Never Runs Dry program, I talk about these things, explain to you why you would have LLCs and how to structure things in all of those details. You can also email me at john@bulldogmindset.com and say, I want to dig a well. If you do that, I can help you to get into the program if you're interested in becoming financially free. If you're not, it's fine. Just keep watching these videos. Eventually get to the point where you are ready to do that, and then let's talk. So let's jump into the numbers here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to briefly go over these. I have a bunch of LLCs. These are different properties in these LLCs. We'll just briefly go through them. The first one is Real Estate 1. This one is a commercial property that I own in Kansas City, Missouri. It's 2 units, the retail space. And you can see the income that's come in from these properties, their rental income here, and we can see what the total income is. And then, of course, I've got some expenses on this property, the biggest one being the taxes. The tenant does pay the taxes here. So that's how it works on a triple net property. Anyway, at the end of the day, what we end up with is a net profit of $7,900, almost $8,000 in my pocket on this property. Now, I paid $1.2 million for this property. It's probably worth quite a bit more than that at this time. Real Estate 3 is a fourplex. This is in Meridian, Idaho. I believe it's fully rented at this point. Got some pretty good rents coming in there at about $1,100 per unit, which is it's pretty decent there. And then not too many expenses, a little bit of repairs and stuff puts me at about $3,000 positive on that. That's good. That's some pretty good cash coming in the pocket here. Real Estate 7, this is sort of a rundown duplex in a bad area of Kansas City, but I've got some rent coming in, had some issues with the tenant, but we got caught up on the rent and stuff like that. That's the problem with buying properties that are not in the best area. This was one that, I don't know, it was marginal, but, and the HOA is like $450 a month. So that's a pretty big expense on there. But even with all that said and done, we still end up with $729 profit in our pocket here. Real Estate 8, these are 2 fourplexes that's in a better part of Kansas City in a place called Pleasant Hill, really nice area. I think there's a unit that's not rented out here. So missing a little bit of rent there, I think. And there's some nasty fees here. I have some repair. I think there was a turnover on the unit and that ends up requiring some more repair on this. Also, the property management company, I probably need to switch them out. This one is not quite as honest. Let's say they have a lot of expenses that have been coming up here, but at the end of the year, I'll track this and I'll see what the percentages look like compared to some other properties and see if this is too many expenses for this property, in which case they will be fired and I'll find someone else. Real Estate 9, this one is a triplex, one of my best investments. Bought this for $75,000 cash. It's in Caldwell, Idaho. And I'm just collecting some great rents on this. Not very many expenses and $2,200 in the pocket. This is the main account, just the main checking account. The accounting fees come out of here, bookkeeping basically, and then QuickBooks. So that ends up, of course, being negative. And then Wildwood offices. These are some office spaces I have in Idaho. I've got it leased out to one big tenant for a long-term deal, and that's pretty profitable there with $1,300 coming into my pocket. So total for the month, $16,229.86 of passive income. Now, this is so important, guys. Passive income is the goal because literally I don't have to do anything. I could just collect this money every single month and not have to work, not have to do anything. I could live off of that pretty nicely. Right now, of course, I'm making a lot more money from the other businesses because I like to do that stuff. But this is what I mean by being financially free. It means that you have enough income that's passive that you don't have to work if you don't want to. It opens up a lot of possibilities for you to do a lot of other things. Most of you guys are still going to work. You're still going to do something, but a passive income is very useful. If you want to learn how to do that, again, like I said, email me at john@bulldogmindset.com and say, I want to dig a well, and I will hook you up. Or you can just click the link in the description and you can book a call with someone from my team and they'll go over some of the stuff with you and kind of help you get on the start for this. I think everyone should be thinking about these things. If you don't have a plan for financial freedom, you need to have one. Now, we're going to look at Simple Programmer. This business used to be a big business for me, used to be my main business, but now it's much more smaller, much more downsized here. I haven't really paid any attention to it. To be honest, I don't think I did a lick of work on this business last month at all. So the income that you're seeing is going to be the benefits of building a business. And this is one of the things I teach a lot of my coaching clients too, is how to build a totally passive business. It takes some time to get to that point, but once you have that, you can really have a business that runs without you, and that's pretty nice. I could actually make this even leaner, which we'll talk about. I break my businesses down into different categories. Here you can see that we've got advertising revenue that's coming here. I think this might be YouTube, or no, maybe we don't have advertising revenue coming in here. I'm trying to, sometimes it's hard to tell which line item is which with this. I need some lines in here. But I guess there is some advertising from YouTube that's coming in there. And then affiliate revenue. Got a bunch of different pieces of affiliate revenue. Nothing really big here. I'm not really actively promoting it, just some links that I have and some email sequences and whatnot. And so I've got $600 there. Still not nothing. Product revenue. This used to be the big number. This used to be like 30, 40K some months when I was actively developing the products and had a lot more traffic coming to the website, was working on that myself. So right now, $1,500, not too bad for passive. Book revenue is the big chunk here. I've got 2 best-selling books in the software development space. One of them called The Complete Software Developer Career Guide, one Soft Skills. I don't have them here, otherwise I would show you. But those books, especially the audio version, do really well. I've been trying to pump them up with some advertising. Paying for Amazon ads, not working so well. I think in order to get Amazon ads really working for you, you're going to show a loss pretty much on doing the advertising on there, but you just have to have some kind of funnel where someone opts in for email and then you sell them something that will make up for the cost of that. I don't quite have that working for those books. So some of this income is the product income is coming from there. But anyway, so I'm probably going to cut out the advertising until I can really focus on that. Got one Patreon that's still donating here. So $8,600 of gross profit here. And then I had some contractors. Some of this is advertising that I was doing, having someone run Amazon ads. I can't remember what this other miscellaneous one was in here. I've got $1,500 from my editor for the blog. That's kind of optional expense. I'm not really seeing much traffic from the blog, from the writing there. So I really probably should cut that out. That would make things run a little bit leaner. Put an extra $1,500 in my pocket. I'll have to think about that. But hosting some software that I have for the business here. So about $3,500 in expenses there. And then I did some advertising on Amazon. Again, waste of money, good experiment. So there's some money down the drain there. Insurance, I'm paying for liability insurance here, the accounting, bookkeeping here, some bank fees, no PayPal fees. And so we end up with a net operating income of $3,532. So not too bad for doing nothing. That's a mortgage payment for a lot of people for doing nothing. Obviously, I spent a lot of time building this business. That's pretty much totally passive income for me here. And it could be a lot bigger. I think that with a little bit of work, this number could be 10K, 15K. That's the nice thing about having a business as well, is that there's a ton of things that you could do. If you're at your regular job, there's not much you can do to increase the amount of money you're making. But if you were to take over this business, for instance, I'm sure a lot of you guys watching, you could get this business up to 15, 20K a month pretty quickly, probably within 6 months, just by putting some work into it. So that's the benefit of it. Last one we're going to look at, this is the one that most of you guys have been waiting for, is a profit and loss for Bulldog Mindset. So a couple of changes I've done here is I have moved everything into QuickBooks finally. I used to have these spreadsheets. If you've seen some of my older videos, I would take the Bulldog Mindset stuff out and put it in a spreadsheet. Now, the reason why I used to do this is because it's very important to me that I have the books extremely clean so I can make good financial decisions about my businesses. I don't want to have meals and travel and expenses and stuff like that that's tax deductible that you do want to have in your accounting software, in your books. I don't want to have that showing up in the line items for the business, for Bulldog Mindset, for instance, because it's not directly related to it. You could operate the business without that. So those are discretionary spending. That's still business deductible. What I have is I have a structure where I have this main LLC that's an S Corp, or filing as an S Corp, and it owns Bulldog Mindset. It also owns Simple Programmer, by the way. And so what I do here now is I've moved everything into QuickBooks using classes, so we can just look at the Bulldog Mindset stuff. So that's what we're looking at here. We're not looking at the higher level entity. We're just looking at Bulldog Mindset stuff because that's what's really interesting. And so at the end of the day, do I have all the money that we're going to see here? No, because there's more expenses, but those expenses are expenses that are meals, entertainment, travel, things like that are not directly related to the Bulldog Mindset business itself, if that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense to you, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Just know that what we're looking at here is really what the true operating capital and cost is of Bulldog Mindset, and that's the intention here. So what did we do last month? We did some advertising. I had a TikTok video. Someone paid me $1,000 to promote Blue Chew. It's a good product. I don't usually do very many of those, but for $1,000 to make a TikTok video or two, I was like, sure, why not? I'm doing TikTok videos anyway. Facebook, Instagram. This is Instagram. I opted into the Reels payment thing, so it's a little bit of advertising revenue. It didn't hurt since I'm doing Reels anyway. YouTube, income from both of the channels. This is AdSense. So not too bad. $2,400 of advertising revenue, basically. Then affiliate income, I divide this up into each thing. So Active Campaign, Bluehost, PropStream, Sunsama, Thrive Themes, Teach Handley. All right, if you want to see any of these tools or software, you can always go to bulldogmindset.com and click at the bottom. There's some business resources stuff, and I've got my affiliate links there if you want to support me and make these numbers go up. If not, it's cool. I don't care. Just they're useful tools. So that's what we got for affiliate income. Not too bad. I didn't do any heavy promotion of any of these things, so it's just coming in. So not too bad. It's passive. You could say that. Coaching, $23,167.82. That's pretty good. Pretty good month of coaching. I've got, at any time, I usually cap my coaching clients around 15 coaching clients. So that's the cap there. It fluctuates from time to time, though, depending on if new people come in, some people leave, different arrangements and stuff like that. Book sales. This is my Self-Confidence for Men book and How to Stop Being Lazy, which are basically lead magnets in order to get email addresses in order to sell here, but they make some money. Audio version and the print version. There's some advertising spent on some of this a little bit, so that's skewing this number a little bit, but $467, not too bad. And then we have the Bulldog Mindset membership, which I've been able to break up into categories now that I'm using this tool in QuickBooks that I'll talk about at a different time. If you guys want to see a video on that, I'll make a video on this tool. I found a way to basically automate my books so that this tool integrates with Stripe and PayPal, and I don't have to do anything. And I had to create some rules and stuff and configure it, but now that I've got it working, my books are basically automatically being updated. I have to do very little to keep them up to date. Really cool stuff here. Now, the only problem is what you're going to see for this total Bulldog Mindset membership is not accurate. The reason why is because I used two different tools to do the imports, and I think I duplicated some transactions and I deleted some, and I deleted both of them. So this number, when I looked at Kajabi, the software I used to actually do the billing, it was about $17,000 something, which is a lot more accurate. So we're off by maybe like $5,000 here. So just keep that in mind. We should have $5,000 more money. You can see a breakdown on this. Next month, it should be squared away. I hate having this off, but I can't really figure out how to fix it at this point. So it'll just have to be what it is. Then we've got the self-confidence system. This is a new kind of product that I launched. I haven't done a big launch of this yet. And then the Let Never Runs Dry. That's going to be the flagship product. These are from sales. I think that came directly from me. I think some of them might be from what I'm doing with this product is I have a sales team. They are fielding calls, and then they are talking to people and getting them enrolled in the program. The program cost is $5,000. And they take a percentage of commission off of that. And so that's generally how that works. Like I said, if you want to find out how that's working, if you want to get into the program and learn how to become financially free, you can click the link down below and book a call. Or like I said, you can email me and tell me that you want to dig a well, and I will hook you up. That is the kind of income there. And that's where I'm moving things, is because this is a high ticket program. I'm learning how to sell high ticket, but I think that's the next iteration here is, as you can see, even with the $17,000, this would be the membership income. So that seems like a smarter move here. If I can move more of my resources into here and get these numbers up. Plus, I'm also teaching people the thing that's most valuable, financial freedom. That's why you're watching this video, is you want to become financially free. If you want to do that, or if you want to do one-on-one coaching with me, you can reach out. So we're looking at total product income of $43,000, really should be $48,000. Total income at $70,000 for Bulldog Mindset. I want to get up to the $100,000 number there. And then we've got some expenses. You can see some of the business expenses. This one, I don't think I categorized. There was some kind of miscellaneous thing in here for business services. I'd have to go back and look at it. But these are the tools I use: Bonjoro, DigitalOcean, Google Workspace, Kajabi, Libsyn. I've got those little categorized in there, Run Cloud. So those are total business expenses. And then we've got an owner distribution. This was something that I accidentally put on the credit card, shouldn't have. It was a personal expense, so it shows up as owner distribution. We've got PayPal fees, Stripe fees, subcontractors here. Big ones here is I had some copywriting that I hired out. I had a graphics designer. Let's see, this one's copywriter. This is a bigger catch-all. I had some kind of miscellaneous stuff. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I have to go back and look. Graphics designer, TikTok's reel editor, which I'm actually losing because he doesn't have enough editors. So if you're really good at editing and you want to edit TikToks and learn how, this is something that is a potential. A video editor, I've got a couple of video editors that work for me, and then I hired a writer to start writing some articles for Bulldog Mindset. You can see them on the page. Not sure where this travel transportation came from. I'll have to fix that because it should not be to the child company, it should be to the parent company. So net income here is showing at 61,000. We could add 5 to that, so really 65. So I think everything all together, if we add up the total income for the month of May 2022, is about, I think, $85,000 is what it comes to, which is pretty nice. Can't complain about that. Would like to start hitting above that 100K mark. But I think with the Well That Never Runs Dry program, I will start doing that for sure. So now, if you guys want to do this, like I said, all you got to do is click the link down below and we can jump on a call and talk about how to do this. But my point of doing these is just to show you how all of this works. There's nothing magical here. The numbers are big, but when you break this down, you can see how you could do something like this. If you buy rental properties and you generate passive income from that, if you have a business, I've got some books in both of the businesses. I'm selling digital products. I'm using YouTube and Instagram to get organic traffic, in which case I'm getting emails, then I'm converting people to a membership. I'm offering them the Well program or one of my other programs. So that's basically how this works. If you guys have any questions or anything and you want to see other topics in the videos, let me know. And like I said, if you want to get into this world of real estate, passive income, of becoming financially free, there's basically 3 steps. The first thing is you need to get enough money coming in. So that might be getting a higher pay. You need to be disciplined in order to be able to do that. If you haven't joined the Bulldog Mindset membership, every single one of you should be part of the Bulldog Mindset membership. I'm saying this because it is the cheapest information that you can get from me. You can literally just go on there, log on to the site and sign up for this, because you're going to get hundreds of videos talking about how to get in shape, how to build relationships, networking, mindset, all of the stuff, the kind of the base stuff that you need to know. Plus you get group coaching calls and all kinds of stuff like that. I would just do the platinum membership and you have lifetime access before I take that away, because too many people sign up. I'm going to need to kill that. The second thing that you need to do is that once you have a good set of skills and a high paying job, you could also generate this from a business, is that you need to have a financial plan. That's where the Well That Never Runs Dry program comes into play, is coming up with a solid financial plan of how are you going to do this? How are you going to buy these properties and what is it going to look like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? What's your game plan? The third thing that you need to do is you need to actually have the steps to implement that. So you're probably going to need to build a business if you want to become financially free, if you want to do it in a timely fashion. So you need some help on how to build a business. If you want to build a business like the ones that I've built, that's what I show you in the Well That Never Runs Dry program. Again, if you want to do that, totally up to you. Maybe you're not ready for that step yet, totally fine. But if you want to get here, these are the things you're going to need to do. Then the third one is you need to implement real estate investment. You need to know how to do that. Again, something that I teach in the Well That Never Runs Dry program, or if you want to do one-on-one coaching, I do that as well. Or you can learn that from somewhere else as well. But you need all those things in order to put this together and then to be able to become financially free. So anyway, you guys know how to contact me if you want to do that. Like I said, the base place to start is with the Bulldog Mindset membership. If like these numbers seem super, super high to you, if you feel like you couldn't afford the Well That Never Runs Dry program, I totally understand, I get it, but you should all be at least in the Bulldog Mindset membership and at least learning that kind of stuff. Because I can only show you so much on YouTube. There's literally hundreds of videos now in the membership that will get you ready for these next stages in life. Because some of you guys, you need some help with discipline, you need some help with a lot of other things in life and the right mindset, and you need the right books to start reading so that you can set yourself up for success. I know you guys want to grow, you want to make money, you want to get the girls, you want to do all that stuff. You got to have the right guidance in order to do that. And like I said, the reason why I'm so transparent is because you can literally go back even to my YouTube channel and see my physical transformation. You can see how I have changed and grown because I've documented. I literally do a weekly podcast every single week called Entreprogrammers, where I've been doing this for 8 years, where you can see exactly how I strategized and built my business and the real estate that I was building or buying during that time. You can see all those things. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. If you want to see last month's video, go check it out here. I think you'll find that interesting as well. There's always little tidbits in there. You keep watching these videos, you're going to eventually, this stuff is going to click and it's going to feel normal to you. And when it does, that's when you're going to be most successful. So watch this video next.